Well, if you find yourself catching a cold or fighting allergies, here's a change you might be interested in. The BC government moved today to ban employers from requiring sick notes from doctors. For more on that one, let's bring in Rob Shaw at the BC Legislature. Rob, how would this all work?
Well, April, the legislation today would actually change BC's employment standards law, making it illegal for companies to ask employees for a sick note from a doctor or a nurse if they're taking an ordinary short-term sick day due to illness. It would start this fall during the flu season. It's a change that BC's doctors have been calling for years now. The Canadian Medical Association says it could eliminate 12.5 million unnecessary interactions per year between patients and the healthcare system. That would free up doctor time, open up more appointment slots for people who actually need them. The announcement happening today at the Ross Bay Health Centre in Victoria, where the owner praised the move.
Frequently we're seeing people after the fact. We see them after they've been sick, and essentially this note is just an attestation that they have been ill and they've had a conversation with us. Providing such sick notes to satisfy an employer's policy is really not productive use of physicians nor nurse practitioners' time and education.
The BC NDP promised this change in its election campaign. There's no actual details today, though. What constitutes a sickness that you don't need a note for? How many days? How often a year? The Labour Minister is saying that will be added later after consultation with the business community. Small businesses have some concerns, and including whether this opens the door for abuse by employees. Turns out the government didn't even bother to ask their opinion before they brought this in. Here's that.
The intention is very much focused on short-term leaves, the kind of leaves that we see, for example, during the height of respiratory season, where folks might have a cold or a flu and they need to be absent from work for a few days. In other jurisdictions in Canada, we see a range from 3 days to 5 days, 5 days in Nova Scotia, 3 days in other provinces. So that's the general kind of range that we're looking at.
As a matter of fact, Rob, I found out about this through your tweet on the matter. So it did come as a surprise today. We don't like to see announce and then consult. We prefer consult and then announce. But we are optimistic the government, can listen through this consultation. We'll be providing our members' voices through this feedback. We've got lots of survey data and lots of informed opinions on this matter, and we hope government will listen to the concerns of employers.
Here's some frustration in the voice of the business community there. The minister pledging to actually start the consultations as they go forward to set those regulations. As so often is the case, April, it's the details that will really determine whether this works for everyone involved, and those will be set in advance of this coming into effect later this fall.